Since the dawn of creation, we have evolved to adapt to survive in this world. But what about things that aren't of this world? Look at radiation, which wasn't even discovered until as recently as 1896. We can't see or feel or hear radiation, but it's there. Or how about the idea of the atom? You'd be considered an idiot today for even trying to discredit its existence. Yet travel back 1,000 years ago, and you'd be called a lunatic for even suggesting the idea. These are things only brought to our knowledge now with technological advancements. These are not things we necessarily needed to be aware of to survive, things which are beyond the senses. So I ask, is it not reasonable to assume that there is so much more out there? Things completely beyond all human comprehension. Things beyond what our evolved perceptions allow us to understand. Things that today people would be called crazy for believing in, only due to the technological restraints of our time. Exorcism is the religious or spiritual practice of evicting demons, jinns, or other malevolent spiritual entities from a person. The practice is ancient and part of the belief system of many cultures and religions. The earliest documented exorcism rituals date back to ancient Mesopotamia in the first millennium BC. Father Vincent Lampert, a Vatican exorcist, describes an encounter which took place during a period of training in early 2006 in Rome. He was tasked with shadowing a Franciscan priest, Carmen de Philippe, for 3 months in order to gain experience within the church in exorcism. During this encounter, he recalls how a possessed woman levitated from a chair as an evil grin displayed upon her face. He describes how the woman levitated up to a foot in the air continually, with the priest having to restrain her. In other encounters, he describes seeing the possessed crawling up walls like spiders and contorting their bodies in unnatural ways, and how even one woman's eyes turned completely black. During a breathing prayer known as insufflation, the possessed flew to the back of the church building as though a storm had taken her. Father Lampert asserts that of all people, he is one of the last to believe in the possession of an individual, first exhausting all other possibilities before examining even the possibility of possession. He recommends a psychiatric evaluation always as the first step for anyone brought to him. Individuals seeking help must answer questions dealing with a history of psychological illness, addiction issues, history engaging with magic or the occult, or communicating with the devil. Ultimately, Father Lampert ends with the statement that the role of the church is not to impose but to propose regarding the true nature of demonic possession. Father Lampert holds a Master of Divinity and has previously studied at the University of Indiana. He was trained at the North American Pontifical College in Rome and has participated in over 40 exorcisms during the course of his training. Regarding the true nature of supernatural phenomena, we can argue both for its existence or its non-existence, but the one thing that is for sure is that until we have both the technological capabilities and the knowledge, we will never be able to definitively come to an absolute conclusion. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.